Imagine this for a second. You've got a girlfriend who never argues, never sleeps, never asks for a vacation, and somehow she's paying your bills. Sounds like a fantasy, right? Nope. It's the bizarre, brilliant, and slightly terrifying world of AI OnlyFans models. And before you laugh, listen closely. Because people are actually making $15,000 in just 30 days doing this. I know, it sounds insane. But the crazy part is that when you break it down, it's not even that complicated. It's creative, systematic, and maybe just a little sneaky. The internet has always been a weird place to make money. We've had dropshipping stores peddling gadgets that snap in half after a week, crypto coins that vanish before you can even pronounce their names, and influencers charging a fortune to teach you how to become an influencer. But this? Nobody saw this twist coming. Instead of a human creator spending hours putting on makeup, setting up ring lights, snapping endless selfies, recording videos, and chatting with fans until they're completely burned out, people are now spinning up AI models that don't even exist. No fatigue, no bad hair days, no complaining about schedules. And here's the wildest part. These digital ghosts are pulling in real subscribers, real fans, and very real money. The thing that blows most people's minds is that a lot of fans actually know these models aren't real. You'd think that would shatter the illusion, right? Like, why would anyone spend money on something they know is AI? But here's the twist. It doesn't ruin it at all. In fact, it barely matters. Because what they're really paying for isn't flesh and blood reality. They're paying for the feeling, the attention, the intimacy, the sense that someone's always there just for them. A character who never gets tired, never rolls their eyes, never leaves a message unanswered. And AI? It's freakishly good at creating that illusion. Sometimes even better than real people can. So how do you go from 0 to 15 grand in a month? It starts with creating the model itself. Think of it like character creation in a video game. Remember spending hours making your Sim or your Skyrim character look just right? That's basically what you're doing here. Except instead of an elf warrior or a random family member, you're building someone who could become the next big OnlyFans star. You download a tool like Focus, which is free on GitHub. Install Python 3.10 or higher to run it, and suddenly you have this engine that lets you generate photorealistic images. You type in a prompt, something like, beautiful woman, 25 years old, blonde hair, green eyes, freckles, professional photography, 4K quality. Hit enter, and boom. There she is. Perfect lighting, perfect angles, no complaining about having to retake the shot. You generate around 50 images, and then use the IMG feature to keep her facial features consistent across new poses. That consistency matters, because fans don't want someone who looks different every time. They want someone recognizable, someone familiar. But you can't stop at pretty pictures, because people don't subscribe for stock images. They subscribe for personality. That means you need to give her an identity. It's not just about a name, it's about a whole backstory. Maybe she's Lena, a shy 22-year-old college student who loves late-night gaming and ramen. Or maybe she's Sophia, the glamorous traveler posting from Paris and Bali. Or she could be a sarcastic gamer girl dropping memes and roasting her fans just enough to keep them hooked. Whatever the vibe is, you create a style guide so she stays consistent. What does her hair usually look like? Does she favor certain outfits? What kind of captions does she write? These little details build a persona that feels real. By the time you've fleshed her out, she's not just a pretty face, she's a character. Once you've got the model and the personality, you need to put her somewhere. That's where platforms like Fanvue come in. It works a lot like OnlyFans, but it's far more open to AI creators, which is why it's quickly becoming the go-to choice. You register an account, complete identity verification for yourself. Yes, you do have to provide your own ID, but the model doesn't. And then you build out her page. This is where the fun begins. You upload banner images that set the vibe, add profile pictures that show off her best angles, and write a bio that nails her personality. Is she flirty? Playful? Mysterious? Every word adds to the illusion. Then you set the subscription price. Most people start around $9.99 a month, cheap enough to tempt curious subscribers, but not so low that it feels like spam. From that moment, she's live. She has a profile, a presence, And for fans scrolling through the feed, she exists just like any other creator. Now the real grind begins. And by grind, I mean AI-powered automation. Over the next week, you generate around 200 images across different categories: casual selfies, gym shots, lingerie, cosplay, travel. You run them through Real Essergan to upscale into crisp 4K, add a subtle watermark or branding so they can't just be stolen, and then you start building a content calendar. 2 to 3 posts per day is the sweet spot, enough to feel active, but not overwhelming. And the beauty of AI is that you can create an entire month's worth of content in 2 afternoons. Then you load it all into a tool like Buffer or Hootsuite to schedule, so your model posts automatically without you lifting a finger. But here's the truth. No one's just stumbling onto your Fanvue page. You have to drive traffic. That's where social media comes in. Twitter is the main battlefield. You create an account that matches her personality and start posting teasers 3 or 4 times a day with the right hashtags. Then you head over to Reddit, where niche communities eat this stuff up. You drop posts in the right subreddits, you engage in conversations, you reply to people. It's about being consistent without coming across as spammy. Add TikTok and Instagram into the mix, where you post short lifestyle edits or funny captions in her voice, and you've built a funnel. The flow is simple. Free teaser post, curiosity builds, they click the link in bio, and suddenly they're on the subscription page. That's the entire marketing engine. And this is where the big money really kicks in. Subscriptions give you the steady base layer, but the upsells are what blow the doors open. Pay-per-view messages, exclusive VIP tiers, custom voice notes, or even full videos generated with tools like 11 Labs. These are the levers that turn a few thousand into 5 figures. And it doesn't stop there. With lip-syncing tools, you can animate still photos into clips where she's laughing, winking, or casually speaking to the camera. Suddenly it feels personal, like she recorded it just for them. Fans eat that up. They'll happily pay extra for anything that feels intimate and alive, even if it's entirely automated behind the scenes. That's where the magic happens. The illusion of closeness at scale. To give you a sense of how the numbers shake out, let's walk through a realistic example. Picture your AI model, Lena, going live and pulling in 400 subscribers in her very first month. Each one pays $9.99, which stacks up to just under $4 grand. Not a bad start for a launch, right? Now layer in the extras. Say 150 fans can't resist paying $20 each for an exclusive pay-per-view message. That's another $3,000 added to the pot. Then you roll out a VIP tier, the inner circle, where 50 superfans are willing to shell out $60 a month for premium perks. Suddenly, your modest launch is looking a lot more like a serious revenue stream. That alone brings in another $3,000. And we're still not done. Sprinkle in tips, custom requests, maybe some one-off surprises that fans happily pay extra for, and you've easily got another $5,000 rolling in. All told, Lena's first month brings in around $15,000 gross. Even after Fanvue takes its 20% cut, you're still pocketing a clean $12,000. And remember, this isn't some pie-in-the-sky projection. This is month 1 with just one AI model. This is why AI beats traditional OnlyFans creators hands down. A human creator might manage one good shoot per week. An AI model can create a month's worth of content in a day. A human creator gets tired, takes breaks, burns out, or runs into privacy concerns. An AI model doesn't. She doesn't complain, doesn't disappear, doesn't age. She's consistent, scalable, and infinitely customizable. So what does the day-to-day routine look like once you're up and running? In the morning, you generate 5 to 10 fresh images, upscale them, and add them to the queue. In the afternoon, you schedule posts and engage lightly on Twitter or Reddit to keep the accounts alive. In the evening, you check metrics and push out pay-per-view messages. Meanwhile, the chatbot handles all subscriber messages around the clock, so your girlfriend never misses a beat. You're putting in maybe 2 to 3 hours a day, but to fans, she feels like she's online 24/7. And when you've got the system working for one model, nothing stops you from making more. Maybe one persona is a shy gamer girl, another is a glamorous fashion influencer, another is a fitness junkie. Each one builds its own fan base, its own revenue stream, and suddenly you're not just running an account, you're running a virtual talent agency. Except your talent never takes sick days, never asks for a raise, and never causes drama. They just generate income. Whether you find this genius, creepy, or somewhere in between, the truth is that this is where the future is heading. 10 years ago, people laughed at influencers making a living off selfies. Now it's a billion-dollar industry. 5 years ago, OnlyFans was fringe. Now it's mainstream. Today, AI models are the new punchline. But in a few years, nobody's going to be laughing. Fans don't actually pay for reality. They pay for the feeling of connection, and AI is getting better and better at delivering that illusion. So yeah, you really can make $15,000 in 30 days with AI OnlyFans models. Not because you're scamming anyone, but because you're offering a fantasy that people are willing to pay for. And once you've learned the system, scaling it into 6 figures is just a matter of multiplying what already works. If this breakdown blew your mind, do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because the world of AI hustles, this is just the beginning.